Diecast collectors, diecast enthusiasts, what's up? Saturday night, just got done watching a pretty entertaining fight. It's funny, you hear all the talking heads. McGregor has no shot, no shot. Man, that was a hell of a fight. McGregor, you can tell that, you know, it was a conditioning thing. He just wore down after about the 7th round. But I think he kind of had Mayweather a little flustered there in the first couple rounds. But Mayweather just hung in there and wore him down. McGregor's window was probably the first 5-6 rounds. If he could have got him knocked out. But once it gets past that, conditioning takes over, and there was no question Mayweather was the more in shape, better conditioned fighter tonight. A hell of a fight, though, man. Wow, that was a great fight, I thought. Anyway, so before the fight, which, by the way, I watched live streaming on Facebook Live. Gotta love technology. I gotta watch the fight for free. But before I watched it, I watched, for the first time, Mad Max. Just the first one. So I have a couple more that I gotta watch. Not real sure what I thought of it. Kind of interesting. But all the cars are badass. So I need to find one of those pursuit vehicles. I know Johnny Lightning did one that was like an unofficial licensed car. And there's only one other one I've seen in 1:64 scale. And the only two people I've seen that have it is Champion DJK and WTFFOR. So it's a pretty expensive piece to get. But I got to track one of those down. But, I think after watching the movie, I do have a little bit better appreciation for this casting, which I already liked from the beginning. There's a lot of cool stuff going on with it. They did an excellent job replicating it, though. I have to say, this thing might be one of their better movie car replicas, because it's not just a stock car, it's a customized car. And I think they pretty much nailed it. So that's pretty cool. I look forward to some of the later releases of this coming out. The weathered looks and maybe a Hollywood hitch and tow. I noticed there were some semis in the movie. A lot of really cool Australian cars in that movie. So, or I should say American cars that were made for the Australian market. Like the Ford Falcon, for example. Although that was available in the American market in the 60s. I think. Or what am I thinking of? I think it was. I know I'm thinking of the Fairlane and the Galaxy, but I think they sold the Falcon here briefly. I don't know. Anyways, I got a trade box today from Paul Rosell. And if you've ever seen those videos on my channel, they're usually pretty good. So let's get into it. In no particular order, I'm going to start with this little guy. He saw one of my previous videos. This is a McDonald's Happy Meal toy from 1984. So this makes number 2. At this point, I don't know how many of these cars there are, but might just go after this little set. I don't know. It's a pullback, and this one has some issues, but the other one that I have, forget who the other one is, but the other one I have is fast as crap. I mean, that thing goes across this table real quick. So I got that. These first cars I'm going to show you are all extras from Racing Champions. This is an older Racing Champions release. It's a big car. It's definitely, I'd say, 1:55 scale, maybe even a little bit bigger than that. But nice detail. Definitely a nicer looking car than the M2 Mustang. That's pretty cool. Got a really nice Hot Wheels mainline. Infinity G37. Thing has some really nice detail by Hot Wheels standards. Got that Infinity grille with the Infinity logo and the headlights, even indicators, and of course tail lights, which would be more distinguishable if the car weren't red, but it's still a really nice looking Infinity, so that's pretty dope. Got this Johnny 69 Camaro. Pretty dope ride. What else did I get? I got this old cast line. I think that was before they officially became M2. This is an old, early cast line release. So I'm not sure if this is technically an M2 or not. But a little bit bigger than 1:64 scale, as most cast line castings are. But a very nice looking car, and if only M2 would make wheels this nice right now. Those wheels are super sick. What else did I get? I got this CUDA. These are all still extras, by the way. Not even into the trade stuff yet. So this CUDA is pretty dope. I have no idea what release this is from, so if any of you know, feel free to comment below. Really good detail. It's metal, plastic base with real riders. AAR CUDA. And then the last two extras that I got that are my two favorite of the extras. So I'll start out with this Johnny Lightning, which I thought was a Hot Wheels 100% because it looks exactly like a Hot Wheels 100% car that I had. But this thing is sweet looking. Really nice detail. Really nice car. Metal on metal, rubber tires. It's a real heavy casting. And very sharp looking Mach 1 Mustang. And then the last bonus car. Super stoked to get this. Anytime I get these, can't complain. 1987 Chevy Monte Carlo. This is only the third Johnny Lightning Monte Carlo in my collection, so that was a pretty sweet little pickup there. So those were the extras. Now we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the trade. So a couple of days ago, I acquired the MacGyver Trans Am there from Greenlight. A very cool casting. And, oh, by the way, if you saw my last video, I opened this and I opened those, and I said those little figures, which are metal die-cast, weigh about as much as this. Well, I weighed them, and I was wrong. The Street Fighter guy, Ken I think it is, weighs 0.6 ounce. 0.6 ounces. This weighs 0.12 ounces. So this weighs twice as much, but they feel really close. I guess when it's that light, it's hard to tell a distinguishable difference. But the reason that I was getting into that is because one of the main cars of our trade was this 1989 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. And it's an older Greenlight release with the green post and feels heavier and more substantial than the MacGyver car. And all of the older Greenlight castings feel more substantial. I don't know what it is about them. Maybe it's just the the makeup of the Zamac. So I made the false claim that the older ones were using more metal, and that's what gave them that more substantial feel, where they roll a lot quieter and smoother. The newer ones like have little rattle noises as you drive them around, but as it turns out, these two cars weigh exactly the same amount. So I don't know what it is that makes them different, that makes the old ones roll so much quieter and so much nicer and feel so much more solid, but it's definitely not the weight. But this little car is sick. And I needed to get a nice civilian model Trans Am in the Greenlight collection, because I have the Black Bandit. Well, I have a Black Bandit. They've come out with two. I have the more recent release. I have the Border Patrol Hot Pursuit, and then I've got the Pink Slips from the Speed Channel, and then I got the MacGyver, and now this. But this and the Black Bandit are the only two like true civilian model Trans Ams that I have. And sometimes I prefer to have just a real clean civilian car without all the racing graphics. But other times, especially like this, I do like to have the racing graphics if they're done well, which I think this one looks really good. But this is the same tooling, same year, both of them this is an 87, this is an 89, but they are the same tooling, same front end, even the same wheels, just different color. With the tail lights, yep, even that's the same. So, I don't know, I'm glad to have it. I needed one for the collection, and finally got one. Those are pretty tough to find, and they run, for a good old civilian model, probably 15-20 bucks on eBay. And then the main part of the trade, I will start with this one. It's a Greenlight first cut. I didn't check the production. They don't make a lot of these. I think it's like 2,000, maybe 2,500. But this is a 1984 Chevy Monte Carlo, and here is the raw. So the first cut, it's a 2-pack in an acrylic, and you get a raw casting, and then you get the factory or stop casting. So for customizers who wanted to do a custom paint job, this would be a nice blank canvas for you. But I like it because it allows you to see the car kind of in a naked state, so to speak. Like you can really see the lines of the car without any paint deceptions. And they do play tricks on you, especially with this car. The Breaking Bad car is the wrong year for the tooling, so to compensate for that, they put some striping on it to give it that curved look. So some trickery going on. But I don't know, it's pretty cool. I like it. But here's the factory model, and this thing is unbelievable. I didn't think I'd like it as much as the hobby exclusive that I cracked open last week, which is a black one. But this thing here is dope. It looks really good. And this can be found on eBay, but it seems like, to me, I think I'd be okay paying 15 bucks for this 2-pack shipped. And every now and then it'll go for around that on eBay, but it seems like most of the buy it nows want like 20, 25. And I just don't think it's worth that. At least not right now. It is a dope little car, though. Here's something interesting, too. Check out this base. Well, maybe they are the same. No? Yeah, maybe they are. It looks like they've clear-coated the base, which is kind of odd. But it definitely appears that they have done that. Really sick detail, though, on this casting. And really sick colorway, too. I really dig the colors. So that was the trade. The three main cars were the two Monis and then the Trans Am. All the rest of that was just extra bonus stuff. So since I've talked lately about Greenlight and Green Machine chase cars that are so much better, so much nicer than M2 chase cars, I figured in this video I would show some Kyosho, a Toyota 3-pack set that's actually a very pricey set to get nowadays. I don't think you can get these three cars for less than 60 bucks. We'll start with this one here, which is the Toyota Corolla or Toyota Sprinter Trueno. Move these guys out of the way. This thing is awesome. Really, really nice casting. Nice detail. Kyosho does a great job. They're definitely better, way nicer than anything that M2 puts out. Even though M2 doesn't put anything this modern out, they definitely don't put anything this nice out. Especially with their chase cars. I mean, one of these Kyoshos is about the equivalent of your average M2 chase car in probably production and value. I don't know, M2 has this thing like, well, we gotta make a lot of chase cars, so we'll make them at a 20% clip of the production run. Okay, that's a good idea. So 750, you want to have 750 chase cars? Yeah? Okay. Sounds like a plan. We'll make 3 times the amount of chase cars as the next closest brand. Kyosho's chase cars are so rare that you can't even find one. It's literally impossible. Because they straight up do not exist. Because the regular cars that they put out are so nice that they don't need the gimmick of a chase car. Look at how sick this thing is. Check out those wheels and tires. Thing is an excellent roller. And it comes out with basically a twin in the Toyota Corolla 11. I think I like the way this one looks a little bit better. Same tooling, same casting. I think they actually might be different, maybe. I don't know. But either way, I think this one looks a little better. Maybe it's the color. I don't know. Maybe it's the wheels. But I'm just waiting for M2 to put something this nice out. Maybe they will. I don't know. The Auto Japan is probably the closest, and I don't think they're quite this nice. Actually, really, I don't think they're even close to being this nice. So those are your two Toyota legacy cars, so to speak. And then the third car of the set, it's a 3-car set. This one is absolutely stunning, but it does have its issues. Check that thing out. Toyota 86. Otherwise known as the Scion FRS, or the Subaru BRC, I think it is. Dope car. Super sick detail. But as you can see, it is not a roller, not even a little bit. It is a static display. But that's okay. It's so nice. It displays so nice that, you know, looks great. So that's my Saturday haul. Although the Toyotas I've had, I just wanted to take a look at them because it's been a while. But the other haulage is here. Look at these guys up here. Like, they're just up there looking so disappointed in the quality of M2 castings. Like, they want to do something about it. Like, we gotta stop these junky cars from coming out. We gotta make them better so that pieces don't fall off when you look at it funny. It's okay. I mean, M2 makes some nice stuff. They do. They make some nice stuff. As an example, those things right there, that's a home run for M2. Those things are dope. But if this thing hits 25 miles an hour, that back bumper's coming off for sure. Take that to the bank. You open the door too many times, and it won't stay closed. You can take that to the bank. These are just the flaws of M2. It's no big deal. You know what you get with them. There's a beautiful M2 car right there. Has an unfortunate hood incident. But I mean, other than that, it's a beautiful car. At some point, they might get their chase cars as nice as Green Machines, but we'll see. I think Green Machines are definitely the second best chase cars. Ultra Reds are the best chase cars. Green Machines would be second place. Super Treasure Hunts would be third. Nah, actually White Lightnings would be third. Then Supers. Then after Supers, I'd say probably regular Treasure Hunts. And then after that, I would put the M2 chase cars. So they're on the list. So that's good. Look at that. That looks like a real car, man. That thing looks like an actual one-to-one Toyota. Look at that Monte Carlo. Tell me that is not sick. Alright, boys and girls, that is the video. Now I'm in bad shape because I don't have any content, and I don't have any content on the way here. So who knows what'll happen with diecast videos this week. Who knows? I can always go to the gas station. Worst case scenario, I can stop in and get myself a cold pop. Alright, thanks for checking it out. As always, you all have a good night. Don't forget to go on to eBay and buy yourself a nice premium detailed casting to go into your collection for your enjoyment and pleasure. Because sometimes watching diecast on TV or on the computer just isn't enough. Have a good night.